Yes, now we are in the second part of the video. So in the second part of the video I want to explain the types of connection, internet connection. Here I want to tell you this topic is little bit tough for you. So what I have done, please listen carefully. I have omitted some part, that means types of internet connections in details, no need to read, just you have to know the internet connection types, you have to know the name. Okay, so the name, number one, what are the types? In dial-up, ISDN, okay, full form ISDN, integrated services digital network. No need to go through in details, because when you will go to higher classes you will elaborately know, because this is very much tough to remember for you. So next page, next type is DSL, digital subscriber line or dedicated service line, another connection, that means internet connection. Then next is the fourth one in your book, page number 106, that is Wi-Fi connection. So I think you have heard about the Wi-Fi. Those who are having the internet connection and say somebody else want to access that internet connection from that person, so they can request for Wi-Fi, that is wireless network technology. So this is another type. So only you have to know the names, in details no need to go up to this much, means page number 104, 105 and in 106 page number wireless, up to wireless connection, no need to go for details, only you can understand, that means these are the types of internet connections. Now next part, that means how you communicate through internet. Some that means types are there, how to that means communicate in the internet through what software. Okay, so page number 106 you come, just let us go to the 106 page. Here you can see, so email, so we will go details in this topic. An electronic mail, email is a software, that is its full form is electronic mail. It is the way of sending or receiving the messages from one computer to another computer anywhere in the world. So say you have heard, I think, that somebody tells to that means some person that send me the mail, send me the contents in the mail, okay, send me your photo in the mail. That means you mail the information. That means what? It is the, that means in replacement of writing letters. The earlier days, in the earlier days, the people used to communicate with by letter writing. So by sending the letter, so they used to purchase the England letter. There they have to write the letter, and then they go to post office and post the letter, and then after a few days the letter is being reached, and then they can read the letter. Then again they give the reply through the letter only. At that time there was no phone to have a talk among the friends or relatives. So instead of phone, email, there was letter writing, so posting the letter. So it takes lots of time. It that means you have to purchase the England letter from the post office, then you have to write the letter, then in the letter you have to write so many sentences. So after that you have to post it, then it will take that means not less than 4-5 days. Then again to reply, to get reply, again 4-5 days. That means 10-15 days it is required to that means communicate among the relatives or friends. So nowadays there are no enough times, that means the peoples are not having enough time to spend by writing the letter. What they do, because there is some that means we have modified digitally, so at that time instead of letter writing we use email. So email is electronic mail. We can send and receive messages from one computer to another. So what are the advantages? It is one of the fastest and cost effective modes of communication. It is fastest because it does not require 4-5 days. Within a fraction of second you can send the message. Within a second the message is being sent, then the reply also you can get. So it is the fastest, cost effective, and that means in very low cost. It takes very low cost to communicate the message. To send or receive an email, you need an email account and email address of the receiver. That means only one thing you need for that. You need the internet connection, and you have to remember the address, email address of the particular person to whom you are going to send the message, and those who will reply your message, they have to know your email address. So only that you have to remember. So what are the advantages? Benefits means advantages. So remember, all of you, whatever I am discussing in the video, related with that only it will come in the exam. So in the exam, in the Google form, there will be the question and 4 options. So all are from inside the book, whatever I have explained the topic. So carefully you will hear the video, you will watch the video, and what the audio I am just telling you, whatever I am explaining you just hear it carefully. So here first advantage is cheap. Cheap means low cost. That means no need to purchase, no need to do the investment, high investment in email, very low cost. Next is convenient. Very easy to write the text, easy to use, quick to deliver. It is very easy to deliver also, quickly we can deliver. No paper wastage. That means we no need to waste the paper for it. No limits on size. That means it is not compulsory to write 100 words or 200 words, is not it? So no limit. You can send one word also, one character also. One can send even audio and video files. You can send the video files also, you can send the audio files also. Then you can send the image also. Okay, you can send a photo through the mail. Can be sent to multiple people at a time. Say now the letter you can send one at a time to one person. So email, say one text you have written once, and that message you can send to 100 friends together, the same content. That is the main advantage. So how many advantages I am repeating again? Cheap, convenient, easy to use, quick to deliver, no paper wastage, no limits on size. One can send even audio and video files, can be sent to multiple people at a time. Next part, drawbacks. What is drawbacks? Drawbacks means limitations. That means in email, what are the drawbacks or limitations? That means no emotional response. That means emotionally, that means since you are writing the text, you can't see their face, is not it? You can't see their reactions after writing the text. What is the reaction of the people you are getting by reading the message? So that emotional response you will not get. Can create misunderstanding by writing the text. That means without any expression can create the misunderstanding. Less social context. That means without contacting socially, which in pandemic this time we need more. That means we can apply the email to keep the social distance, is not it? So less social context. So here no social context because the peoples are not together physically, is not it? So next part, dealing with bulk mails is the time consuming activity. So when together the mails will come, you can see before the drawbacks, one picture it is given Gmail. So many messages came together, you see, just like nowadays when you students all send the message together to your students, your work, the teacher gets confused, is not it? So they get disturbed to read all the messages together. So this is one of the drawbacks. Over checking of messages waste our time. That means what? That means unwanted messages when it comes and we are going on checking it, so it is a simple wastage of time. So these are the drawbacks of email. Next system of communicating with others through internet is chatting. So chatting is a similar type of email software only. So in the chatting, what you can do, in email you can't do together. That means you are sending the message and simultaneously your receiver, those who is receiving your message, they will send the message simultaneously. It is not possible in email, is not it? After sending the message, it will be sent, then the reply will come. But in chatting, simultaneously the people can talk each other without physical contact. So that is called chatting. So chatting is talking to other people over the internet who are also online at the same time. That means the thing is that both the person should be online. Not only both the person, many people can group together and we can chat. So here after giving the example, you will come to know what is chatting. Now you can go to the last line. Some of the popular chat software are Hike, WhatsApp, Google Hangouts, Skype, etc. So these are the examples of chatting. That means these softwares are for what? For chatting. So one of the most popular software, that is WhatsApp. You know, in the WhatsApp so many people are together texting the message and giving the information, sharing the information. So this is called chatting. So what are the examples of chatting? Chatting software, some of the popular chat softwares are Hike, WhatsApp, Google Hangouts, Skype, etc. So let us go to the next topic. Now tips while instant messaging. What are the tips? What you should do? Communicate only with people who are on your contact list. That means don't try to message to unknown peoples. Use a screen name that does not give any sensitive information. That means you have to use the screen name. That means in the screen, what is the name visible, that name you have to take. Do not be on chat all the time. So always don't be on chat, because the people also get disturbed by getting every time your chat. Okay, so be that means you should have some principle about that, and that means don't use the rude words, don't use the vulgar words. Okay, so you should give respect to others. So like that you text the message. What you should not do: do not provide sensitive information, credit card, social security number, password. Don't send all the passwords, address, credit cards to everybody. Okay, so do not agree to meet an unfamiliar person you came into contact with on let me see, in the book it is not clear. You follow the book, all of you, yourself in an instant messaging conversation. Instant messages are okay. Now next point, do not agree to meet an unfamiliar person you came into contact with on IM. That means instant messaging. You can never know who that person really is. That means if you don't know that person personally, you don't message to them. Next is do not download or accept files from people you do not know. That means from unknown person you do not accept the files and download. Do not send your screen name online. That means do not send your screen name online. In online you do not send your screen name. Do not send private IMS at work. Your boss may access to view them. So do not send your private messages at work. Okay. So next tips while chatting: check the terms, conditions and privacy statements of the chat. Just to read it out. This what you should do and what you should not do. Now next topic I want to come, that is video conferencing. That means in chatting what you can do, only you can correspond the text, is not it? So you can transfer your text, you can display, you just communicate with the with writing the text with your friends or relatives. So you can't use any video, you can't see them visually. So video conferencing is another system of communicating with your friends and relatives by seeing them visually, and you can talk simultaneously. What we are doing now in the class, in the Google Classroom, when we take live class, that means you can see your teacher's face live on the screen, and teachers also, they can see live to the students, and they can see their expressions, which students are concentrating on the subject, who are not. So that practically they can see. So that system is called video conferencing. So let me read the paragraph what it is written in your book. Conducting a conference between two or more participants at different sites by using computer networks to transmit audio and video data is known as video conferencing. Now if your teacher is sitting in Delhi and you are in Silchar, now teacher used to give the lecture by that means staying there. So how they will communicate? They can communicate through video conferencing. From anywhere the people can communicate through video conferencing by providing the video and audio. So this is another system to communicate. So this is all about your chapter. Then after finishing the lecture, that means after watching this video, you will be able to answer the following questions on the back side of your chapter. So some of the questions answer I have solved, so I will send you the photo. And remember, I am repeating again, the page number 104 to 106 up to Wi-Fi connection. No need to go in details, only the types of internet connection you have to remember the name, that is dial-up, ISDN, direct internet access, DIA, okay, then DSL and Wi-Fi. So this is all about your chapter. Thank you.